Hello and welcome to DreamLadder Capital's Market View for September 23, 2024. Here we break down the key events driving market movements across the globe. The global market have been buzzing with activity this week, with notable gains across the board. Let's take a closer look at the key drivers behind these movements. Starting with the US, the markets ended on a high note. The S&P 500 gained 1.4%, marking its fifth positive week in the last six, bringing its year-to-date gains to over 19%. The Dow and Nasdaq followed closely, each rising by 1.6%. What fueled this rally? Resilient retail sales, a steady labor market, and a bold move from the Federal Reserve. Turning to Europe, the markets had a mixed week, reflecting varying economic conditions across the continent. In Asia, however, the story was much brighter. Markets in Singapore, Taiwan, Thailand, and Hong Kong surged by 4 to 6%, signaling strong regional growth. And in Japan, the central bank held its benchmark interest rate steady at 0.25 cent, its highest level since 2008. Shanghai, on the other hand, closed lower, possibly due to disappointment over the People's Bank of China keeping rates unchanged. The U.S. is reportedly mulling a ban on importing and selling cars from China that carry software and hardware for communications or autonomous driving systems. Switching to the commodities market, oil futures dipped on Friday, but locked in strong weekly gains. This boost was driven by two key factors: the Federal Reserve's large interest rate cut and escalating tensions in the Middle East. In the Indian market, the Nifty posted a solid 1.7% gain this week, driven by positive global cues and a strong rally in banking heavyweights. Rate-sensitive sectors like banks and realty saw significant momentum as investor optimism grew. However, despite the drop in bond yields, the PSU Bank index unexpectedly ended in the red, missing out on what could have been a strong tailwind for public sector banks. Meanwhile, the mid and small cap indices experienced profit booking this week after their recent run-up as investors locked in gains. Overseas investors turned net buyers after a day and bought 114.6 billion worth of Indian equities. In corporate news, 1. BL has received an EPC order worth 61 billion from NTPC, and 2. SpiceJet approved issuance of 487 million equity shares at an issue price of 61.6 per share to raise Rs 30 billion via QIP. Lastly, the gift Nifty is trading 95 points higher from its close of 25,840. Thank you, and stay tuned for daily updates as we keep a close watch on these developments. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn for the latest insights and analysis.